back. We've been talking with Newberry Furniture's Julie Newberry, and now joining us is Charity Fedde of Designs by Charity, and we're talking about the very first ArtFest in Richmond Heights. Julie, tell us more about the ArtFest that's happening on May 18th.
Well, it'll be in a grassy space. It's on a residential street, but it has a grassy median down the middle. So it's like an open park area. And we'll have 30 artists, a local restaurant owner, Uptown Cafe is a resident in the area. He's bringing food. There'll be music and Pilates classes and yoga classes throughout the day, and then 30 artists.
So it's a great pairing of good food and drink, as well as good life and good art. Now, the 30 artists that are being exhibited at this very first ArtFest were juried. So tell us about the selection process.
Right. There was a committee for, I'm a part of the planning committee for the overall show, but we actually had a jury, a collection of judges who actually juried the artists in.
Wow.
So,
I would imagine there were a lot of applications, and then they selected 30. So that's great.
And we do have several local artists too, from Richmond Heights,
which is really meaningful.
Yeah.
So Charity, it's meaningful in that you are one of those local artists being featured, but we really should talk about the meaning behind your artwork. And we've been looking at your jewelry. Tell us more about it.
Yeah. Well, I've been doing this for over 13 years, and I really started just playing around the house with things that I found like in the garage or recycled things, and created pieces that I just couldn't find elsewhere, and I found that everybody else wanted them too. So my husband encouraged me to go professional, and I have, and I love boxes, things that open, things that are like little vignettes, and everything has a meaning. Everything has a story behind it. I love creating something that's beautiful, something that's really well made and utterly unique. But my real passion is, creating a story.
Yeah.
And
which is neat, because some of the jewelry we were looking at before is like a shadow box that you get to wear. So it's very unique in that it tells a story of itself. And then each of the pieces have a story behind them. We were talking with Bill Newberry before this segment, and the story of the wood.
Yeah.
And I noticed that you guys are collaborating because you have some of their wood incorporated into your earrings.
I am. Yeah, they just marry well, the organic feel, the wood with my textures and the patina and everything. So it's just a natural collaboration. We've been friends for years, so it was great fun to do.
And then you can definitely see the intricate details. So we have jars of coins and then jars of assorted
just old hardware
and washers and our hardware. That's
I'll
great.
use anything.
Yeah. So it goes from this to that.
It does. Yeah. I mean, a piece of flat sheet metal that I get from the local Shapiro supply, a recycler, and it goes from a flat piece of metal into a box. I beat it up. I use my grandfather's old anvil and his steel hammer, beat it up till it's unrecognizable. I fold it, solder it, and then patina. Patina is a huge thing in my work because it adds so much character and flavor. But then the real work comes in creating that story like you were talking about.
So how important is it to be a part of something like ArtFest in Richmond Heights for you?
Oh, it's wonderful. I mean, I think it's a great endeavor of the city and of the Newberrys to help plan that, and it's great fun. It's a chance for us to exhibit some new artwork, like our collaborative work, and I'm excited for it.
Yeah,
it's a great kickoff for the season.
Well, so I'm glad you said a kickoff for the season, but there's also a kickoff event. So the actual ArtFest is on Saturday, May 18th, but talk about the kickoff event on May 17th.
So the night before, Friday night at Parker's Table, there will be a silent auction and a wine and cheese party, and it's just going to be a great party
for anybody, even if you're not from Richmond Heights. So you can find out more about artfestrh.org.
Correct.
Is that right? Great. And then so there will be a lot of other artists there, painters and ceramics and lots of great. And then the location is what I think is key, because the location of this first annual ArtFest is at the corner of Big Bend and Lindbergh Drive.
Right.
So paint us a picture of where that is.
So it is in the heart of Richmond Heights. It is off of Big Bend, 2 blocks south of 40, Highway 40, and It's, and Garden Heights Nursery is on one side of the street. It's basically between the highway and
so
Garden
we don't
Heights
want this to be
Nursery.
considered confused with Lindbergh Boulevard. Lindbergh Drive is a nice, quiet residential area, and that's in Richmond Heights. They're at the corner of Lindbergh Drive and Big Bend, and it's all taking place Saturday, May 18th from 11 to 5. Check out 30 Artists, the very first one. You can get more information online at artfestrh.org or by calling 853-1001. Again, all those wonderful festivities. Great way to support Richmond Heights, as well as some local artists, as well as other artists from around the United States. Thank you both for joining us.
you.
I learned a lot. Absolutely. There's always a little story behind everything, and we love to bring you those stories here at STL TV. So stay with us. We've got more STL TV Live coming up right after this.